of All Power Group, and I want to thank you for being here. Today we're going to talk about Mr. Ed. Now, some of you youngsters won't even remember this or even have heard of it, but it was fun when I was a kid. Anyway, Mr. Ed is a fictional talking horse from the classic American television sitcom Mr. Ed, which aired from 1961 to 1966. So I would have been about 11, 12 years old, and I just love this show. I think it fits with, again, as I keep saying about my mother loving animals, I love animals, so we're in good shape. The show centers around the humorous antics of a talking Palomino horse named Mr. Ed. There you see Mr. Ed. Now, to be straightforward on the picture, beautiful horse, and yes, it was what came down the line with AI as to a picture of Mr. Ed. Although I could be wrong, I remember the color of Mr. Ed was a little more tan. Beautiful horse. And he talked so fluently. Anyway, okay, his name again was Mr. Ed, who only speaks to his owner, Wilbur Post. The series is known for its lighthearted humor and unique premise of a talking animal. Mr. Ed's voice was provided by Alan Lane, and the show became a beloved part of the American pop culture during its run. Yes, I don't remember what night it was on, but I was always there. And of course, back then, we had 3 television channels. You got them with either an outside antenna, if you were lucky, or rabbit ears. Yeah. Here we go. Turn your head a different way. The picture comes in better if you go this way. But anyway, we got through, and that's all we knew, so we didn't know we were missing anything. Okay, the history of Mr. Ed is quite fascinating, as it involves a blend of creativity, clever marketing, and innovative television production techniques. Here is a detailed look at the history of Mr. Ed. The concept of a talking horse was inspired by a series of short stories written by Walter R. Brooks. Brooks wrote about a talking horse named Ed in a series of stories published in the 1930s. Now, related to the development of the television series, the idea was adopted for television by writer and producer Walter Brooks, and the show was developed by Arthur Lubin, a film director known for his work on Francis the Talking Mule. Now, I've heard of that too, and maybe we'll look at putting this down and having you get to know Francis. Excuse me. The television series premiere and run. Mr. Ed premiered in January of 1961, January 5th, on syndication before moving to CBS Network. The show ran for 6 seasons until final episode was on February 6, 1966. And I remember making sure I was in line in the chair to watch the final show. The title character, a talking Palomino horse, was played by a horse named Bamboo Harvester. I don't know where they get that from. His voice was provided by actor Alan Lane. Wilbur Post, the main human character, the secondary character, is an architect who owns Mr. Ed, and was played by actor Alan Young. I liked him. I really did. Wilbur is the only person Mr. Ed talks to, leading to many humorous situations. Yeah, if something was talking to me and I'm telling my wife, yeah, they're talking, she looks at me like I've got two heads, but sometimes I do. But anyway, Wilbur's wife was played by Connie Hines. Unfortunately, this was probably maybe her only star formation. I don't know. I hope not. Okay, obviously they had to have the horse look like he was talking, and it did. To create the illusion that Mr. Ed was talking, a combination of techniques were used. Initially, peanut butter was placed on the horse's gums to make him move his lips. But later, a nylon thread was used to simulate his lip movements. I'm sure he complained when it was, hey, come on. It was much better when you would use the peanut butter than a nylon line. Ooh. And the interesting side, my wife is always, when we're watching something where animals are getting killed or something sad, I said, honey, well, she'll say, is that really happening to them? I'm like, there's, and thank goodness, there are very strict guidelines in any movies, shows, how the animals are treated. So it isn't like, yeah, we don't care, we don't feed the horse. No, they would be treated like a king or queen. So anyway, the voice acting, Alan Lane's voice was recorded separately and synchronized with the horse's lip movements during post-production. Hey, we still probably do the same thing today, but I'm actually really talking, I think, right? Okay, this was a very popular and had a lot of cultural impact. The show was well received by audiences and became a popular family sitcom. Now, back then, we had 3 television channels: CBS, ABC, and NBC. And that's it. And when the show's on, or being showed on TV, that's it. If you miss any of it, you miss it, unless it goes into reruns. Today we're spoiled in that we watch things that we want to watch at any time we want to watch them. I don't know, I'm going to show my age again, but I was a big fan of the TiVos and replay TVs that where you could time shift, and the VCRs before that. So we've got it made today, and I know most of us don't know it, but the show was praised for its unique concept, humor, and chemistry between Mr. Ed and Wilbur. Okay, awards. Mr. Ed received a Golden Globe Award in 1963 for Best TV Show, highlighting its success and popularity. During its run, during its run, it was extremely popular. I don't know how well it did, and I'm probably going to be telling you how well it did after that and with reruns. Okay, its legacy. The character of Mr. Ed became an iconic part of American television history. The show has been referenced and parodied in various other media over the years, maintaining its place in pop culture. So we don't forget it, and I don't necessarily have to give real bad news about things happening. Okay, it did go into reruns and syndication. After the original run, Mr. Ed continued to be popular in reruns and syndication, allowing new generations, that's you, to enjoy the humorous antics of a talking horse. The series has been released on various home media formats, including VHS. Well, there we go. I had one of the original VHSs, and DVD. Now I know a lot of you saying, "What's DVD?" you know, we had laser discs, so I can go on and on and on to some of the formats that we thought were great at the time, and they were. Okay, so it being in many places and on different media, it's ensuring its availability to fans and collectors. Hey, let's talk about some fun facts. I thought this all was fun anyway. Theme song. The show's catchy theme song, "A Horse is a Horse." Oh, I do remember that. Became a quite famous and is often remembered by fans of the series. Yeah, didn't. I do remember now that wonderful, uh, beginning song. Bamboo Harvester's life. The horse played Mr. Ed. Bamboo Harvester lived a comfortable life even after the show ended, becoming a beloved animal in the world of television. The history of Mr. Ed showcases the creativity and ingenuity of early television production and remains a beloved classic for its unique premise and charming character. So, Mr. Ed was Mr. Ed, and we enjoyed it. And I'm sure they've got some oldies but goodies of that show. So, if there's any interest, I would definitely go ahead and take a look at it. Anyway, that's all for today. The neat thing is, as I was telling you yesterday, I was having problems with just about every piece of equipment I had. Now I'm not having problems with them all, and that with any of them. So the bottom line, we fix things here. So anyway, thank you very much. Good seeing you. I hope to see you again. Be well.